What's good, man? Today, I'm going to be basically, talking about a topic that I learned yesterday. Basically, I've been knew about it, but it's a great way to preach the gospel, bro. So, look, everybody probably know the story with Peter and Simon. They're fishermen and they're in their boats, right? And they're in the shallow ends all the time. And they need a catch, bro. They need to catch a fish, bro. They need to catch fish. They haven't caught fish all day. And what Jesus told them was to basically, go into deeper waters where they thought fish never roamed, and cast their nets in deeper waters. Stay with me now. So basically, Peter and Simon told Jesus, usually it's in the shallow waters, but we've done this all day. I don't think this is gonna work, but if you say so, and I'm gonna pause right there. God tells you certain things that may not understand. You may not understand it yourself, but he understands it. He sees farther than you see. He sees way ahead of time than you do. So the things that God may be telling you to do, you may not see it in the moment how it's beneficial to you, but you're supposed to obey God and listen to him regardless if you see it. See, what Peter and Simon were doing is what God tells us not to do, what Jesus tells us not to do, basically. Lean on our own understanding. You don't lean on your own understanding, you lean on God's understanding, if that makes sense. That should totally make sense. Stop leaning on your own understanding. Oh, this is not gonna work. This. You're trying to be your own God. Lean on the way Jesus wants you to go, bro. And that's how your abundance overflows. That's how everything in your life overflows. Your fruit multiplies, bro. That's a huge lesson, bro. That's a huge lesson I had to learn. Stop leaning on my own understanding, because your flesh is going to want to do what it wants to do. You leaning on your own guidance. You're leaning on your own understanding. You lean on the wisdom of God, bro. What that Bible tells you, that is the wisdom that's going to grant you like eternal life in heaven. That's what's going to keep you protected. Leaning on your own understanding is going to get you killed. Leaning on your own understanding is going to make you sick. Excuse me. That's what that's going to do. Let me get some hand sanitizer. So basically, God told Peter and Simon to go out into deeper waters and cast their nets. Had to get some hand sanitizer. Go out into deeper waters and cast your nets again. So they did it anyway, even though they was leaning on their own understanding. And when they casted their nets into deeper waters, they had a whole flock of fish, bro. A whole flock of fish that their nets began to rip, bro. Their nets began to rip, dog. That's how much fish they caught listening to God. So pause right there again. Keep being faithful to God, bro. Keep being faithful to God. Keep seeking God's face. Keep crying out to God. Keep fasting. Keep praying. Keep doing all the things that you need to do. Keep being obedient to God, and you will be abundant. You will overflow. You might see overflow in your finances, overflow in knowledge, overflow in self-control, overflow in the fruit of the Spirit. Because it's not all about money, not all about finances. Overflow in your kids' life, overflow in the relationships with your wife. Anything that you may be encountering, bro, just keep being obedient to God, and your nets will be filled with fish as well, with abundance. That's what the fish represent to me, abundance. But you got to have God in your corner for this all to work out. You have to have God in your corner for it to all work out, bro. Other than that, it's just short-lived. That joy that you feel is short-lived because you don't have God in your corner, bro. It's really that simple, bro. It's like, but this is Luke chapter 5 verse 1 through 11, I believe. Yes, Luke chapter 5 verse 1 through 11. Go search that up, bro. Go read that. It's a powerful message that I learned yesterday at church, bro. And I'm just relaying the message to y'all as well. Keep casting your nets out there, bro, into deep waters, but because God said so. Keep casting your nets, being obedient to God, bro. And your abundance will overflow. Don't do it just because of money. Don't do it just because of this, that. Do it because you obey God and you really, trust what He says. It's really that simple. But I hope this message touched somebody, bro. Hope it made somebody want to stay obedient and not go against the grain, because there's nothing on that other side, bro. I promise you're going to be disappointed. It's going to be short-lived. It's false pleasure, bro. False joy. But love y'all, boys. I'm out of here.